Aloha Dreamer. Today I'm doing something a little bit different and talking to you about how to embody your divine feminine, feminine leadership within your dream life, your soul work, your soul business, and within your wealth mindset. And this is really for female entrepreneurs who have already started a business. It can be a side hustle, but right now, you do not feel like you are being the true leader of your business. You don't feel like you're stepping up as who you're feeling called to be. You have this beautiful story, this beautiful message to share, but maybe you're not really sharing it, or you're scared to share it, or you are starting to a little bit, but you don't really feel like it's landing or resonating with anyone. If this sounds like you, then I would invite you to listen to this video to tune in because something really powerful has come through for me. And typically, what I offer my clients is helping them get their ideas, their dreams from sitting in the back burner, from just, ruminating in their mind and bringing it out to the world. So I usually work with entrepreneurs who are new. They haven't just started a business yet, they're in the idea stage. But I have just come up with this new, really beautiful program that's all about working with those of you who have already started a business and you're ready to go to the next level. And so I feel really called to share with you today some of the things that have really been helping me and have helped some of my clients who have, like I said, I've helped them start their business and then they are looking for like what is next. That's really why I feel like this came through. And so, what I am seeing, and let me know, comment down below if this is you. What I'm seeing, especially from female entrepreneurs, is that we love to be in flow. We love to be in dreamland. We love to just create and get our ideas kind of out of our head and onto pen and paper, creating them however we feel called to create them. But when it really comes to sharing them and selling them and having clients work with us, there's a disconnect there. And a lot of it is coming through because we are feeling more of this flowy way of doing business and really tapping to our soul calling, which is really beautiful and really why a lot of us have started doing this work. But we're shying away from more of the bold action, the practical, more of the divine masculine. And I'm really here to help share this message and this awareness that even though the future is 100% divine feminine, I feel like the future of business is divine feminine leadership. I think we are really moving away from a more masculine dominant way of doing things into a more feminine way of doing things. But there is still power in using both. There's still power in using both these energies. And if you're a female entrepreneur right now and you feel like you're in flow and you have these creative ideas, but you're not really sure how to get them out there, you feel like your business is stagnant, you're not bringing in the kind of money, you're not generating the type of wealth, you're not really bringing clients to you, it's because you need to use some of these divine masculine strategies. And I know that that's really hard for a lot of us because we are pushing all of those practical strategy, bold, kind of in a way they feel like icky sales tactics and things away from us. And I want to share with you a different way to look at it. So while a lot of the divine masculine ways of doing business work, and you've probably seen or learned some different strategies online that have to do with marketing yourself as an online business coach, spiritual coach, life coach, intuitive online, with more of a masculine way of doing things. And it has felt like so much resistance, so much, like I said, achiness, like it just doesn't feel right for you. And I want to invite you to look at it a little bit differently because while, yes, some of these strategies don't feel in alignment with the way Divine Feminine loves to do business, we can redefine what this looks like. We can create a more divine masculine strategy in a way that works for us. So, like, one of the biggest things I think comes up, well, two of the biggest things. One is consistency, which I think a lot of us kind of cringe from that word, especially if you're multi-passionate, multi-creative. Consistency feels so restrictive. And then selling. Selling feels so, it just doesn't feel in alignment with a lot of the ways that we like to sell because, like I said, it can be a little bit more it can feel like pushy in a way, the way the divine masculine does it. But we can sell as a divine masculine leader in more of a feminine flow. And we can be consistent in more of a feminine flow. And so, what this looks like in consistency, just speaking from the way that I've been doing business based on the fact that I have tons of ideas, I'm multi passionate, I'm very creative, is I really tap in every day. What do I feel called to create today? And I'm consistent in a way where I'm creating content, I'm creating offers and services, I'm working with people, but I'm doing it in my own unique schedule, style, and strategy. So I'm not getting on every single week Tuesday at 9 a.m. Hawaii Standard Time and doing the same thing every single week. I might teach a workshop on a Tuesday at 9 a.m. And then I might teach another workshop on Thursday at 5. And then the following week, I might teach a workshop on a Wednesday at noon. And so while I'm consistent in the way that I'm creating my workshops and my courses and my offers, I'm doing it when it makes sense for me within my lifestyle, within my schedule. And I think the divine masculine way is more of being very structured and very kind of rigid in our schedule. And this is why a lot of female entrepreneurs get burnt out using that strategy, because we have to kind of go with the flow a little bit more. We need our schedules to be a little bit more fluid. We can't just do the same thing every single week in the same way. I think most of us, especially if you're drawn to my work and you consider yourself more of a spiritual entrepreneur, more of a soulfulpreneur, let me know if you resonate with this. If you feel like you can't just do the same thing every single day. My business looks different every single day. Every day, like I said, I'm consistent. I'm creating content consistently, and I'm creating work consistently, but I'm doing it on my own schedule. And so that is my example of really using a more masculine strategy, but in a divine feminine way. And you can start to do this in your business, because right now, you might be feeling really forced and restricted on some of these strategies that you feel like you have to use that are more masculine in nature, because you're not, in a sense, curating them to your own unique style. Because we've been really conditioned, I think, with the online space, the coaching space, to really believe that we have to do it in a specific way, and you can really make it how you want it to be. So getting into sales, this is the second thing that I feel like comes up so much for divine feminine leaders. And, if you are in business, regardless of if this is full time or it's a side hustle that you're really still trying to get it off the ground, we have to be selling. We have to be selling, consistently, just like I just said, consistently creating our work, our services, our offers, but then we have to be consistently selling them. But again, it doesn't have to be in the divine masculine way that feels very forced and kind of icky to you. So some of the examples, some of the things that I've learned definitely in being in the online space, I've been in the online space. I started as a web designer, doing more branding, logo type work. And then I transitioned to more business coaching in 2017, 2018. But I've been doing web design for 10 years prior to that, since like 2008. So I've been doing online work for a really long time. And with the divine masculine way of selling, it's really about, there's a lot of like cold DMing people, reaching out to people in your network. It's really about going to people, doing market research and then trying to get people on the phone with you. There's a lot of strategy about like getting in other people's, groups and trying to get clients, like draw clients to you and magnetize clients to you. And the divine feminine, we cannot operate that way when it comes to sales. We have to be in a more creative way of sales. And you might have tried some of these strategies before within your business, and it's just like you can't even do it. And I totally resonate. And, the way that we need to do it with selling is, it's almost like you have to see yourself, identify yourself as the divine feminine leader, and you are just positioning yourself. You've decided who you're going to be. You've decided that you have something really beautiful and powerful to share. And then you start using your voice, using your written word, using video, whatever makes the most sense for you. And you draw people into you, magnetize. You use that divine masculine attribute of magnetism. You draw people to you, but you're not going to all the people. You're bringing them towards you by sharing your beautiful work, by being in divine feminine flow, by, making a video on a Tuesday writing a blog post on a Wednesday, getting, on whatever your favorite social media platform, not the social media platform that you feel like you have to be on, but the one that you love to be on and it's fun for you to create on. And then you're bringing people towards you and you're selling to them. You're letting them know what you have, how they can work with you. And that's how you do more of the balance of, yes, you're selling your divine masculine, you're selling to these people that are drawn to your work, but you're doing it in a way that is more feminine by not feeling like you have to like get people on the phone. And I want to mention this because people, because I position myself as a coach online, people reach out to me through all different avenues and try to pitch me on their different offers and services. And I've never heard of them before. And I have to tell you, as someone who has worked with different coaches, business coaches, spiritual coaches, taking different courses, I have never once in my business hired someone or taken a course from someone who has cold DM'd me or has reached out to me. It's always been because I have found this person. And I tend to find people. My first business coach I ever worked with, I found her through a podcast, or I came across a live video that someone did and I really resonated with their course. Like it was always something that just organically happened. And I want to speak to that a little bit as another part of being a divine feminine leader in the online space is about creating content. And I'm seeing so many women getting so burnt out with this. And again, there's the more divine masculine way of doing this, where we feel like we're really pulled into, we have to create like 18 pieces of content every single day on every single platform. And if you're a soulfulpreneur, a solopreneur, you're working for yourself still, or maybe you're contracting out, or you might have one full-time employee, it's very challenging to create that level of content. And usually the people that are telling you to do that have an entire team, and you cannot compare yourself to the level of content that they're creating. You have to really focus on what can you do right now and how can you create content in flow, the more divine feminine. But then, like I said, going back to consistency, divine masculine, creating something every single day, but in a way that makes sense for you. So what I like to do, what's been really easy and tapped in for me lately, I love Instagram stories. I always have. The feed kind of stresses me out a little bit. So I've kind of backed up from actually posting on my feed as much as I usually do. But I love stories. I think stories is so fun. It's so creative. It's so in the moment. So what I've been doing is I get on my stories. I share whatever's coming through. I don't overthink it. It's just whatever's coming through. Of course, it has to do with, what I'm offering, what I'm working on in the moment. And I just speak freely. And then I save those stories and I use them for YouTube shorts on here. I post them on TikTok, and I only had to create them once. It only had to use my energy for a couple of minutes, but then I've created a couple different pieces of content that I can post in different places. And that has been my creative flow. You can totally use that strategy if you want to. I found it to be really beautiful and really powerful. And I get beautiful responses and comments, regardless of if I create it on Instagram, but then I posted it somewhere else. And so you can find whatever this way is for you to be prolific with your content, but where it's still saving your energy and you're not feeling like you're creating this content here and then this content here and this content here. And again, the divine masculine way of doing content creation is really about being super hyper specific and creating content specifically for each platform. But again, if you're running your own business, that is a lot of work. And these people have teams. And so you need to create the content in a way that is going to really elevate your energy and not drain it. And so really looking at your soul business overall, I really want you to focus on how can you use both these energies in your business in a way that speaks to you, in a way that is your internal viewpoint of what it means to be a leader, not by society standards. And that's really stepping into the future of being a feminine leader, is really looking at how do you want to present yourself to the world? How do you want to draw people to you just by being yourself, not because someone other people are telling you to. And that's really going to help us as a collective of female entrepreneurs really shift into this new way of doing business. Because if we keep trying to force ourselves to do it in a way that doesn't make sense for us, or we push it away altogether and we're just in the flow, we're not really going to get there. We're not really going to make this momentum. We need more of us. We need more feminine leaders, entrepreneurs, female entrepreneurs to be doing business in a way where we are using both of these energies, masculine and feminine, to elevate our voices and to elevate our services and our offers and get our work out into the world, because we need to start making this shift. I mean, it's already happening, but like I said, I'm seeing a lot of us that are feeling very restricted by how we're supposed to do business instead of doing it in the way that makes sense for us. Like, you are the leader of your business. You get to say how it gets to be done. You don't need to use other people's ideas or opinions. And by me sharing this, I hope that it's helping to bring you back to yourself, to bring you back to how you should be doing business as it resonates to you. That's what I'm all about within my work and with my in my business. It's all about taking you from looking external to what everyone else is doing and bringing it back to, well, how would I want to do this? Like, if it was my way, which it is your way, it's your business, how would I be doing this? And I think a lot of us are looking so much to this strategy and this strategy and this marketing way, and how is this coach doing it, and what is this person doing it? And and it's really, it's diminishing our power in a way. And unless those tips and ideas and you know insights are helping to like really strengthen your own way of doing things, it's really draining your energy. And that's why you haven't been able to get your business off the ground. So if it feels stagnant, if it feels unbalanced, if it feels like you're putting effort into it, but you're not really making progress, you're not bringing in the wealth, the money, the clients, you haven't created the dream life that you really thought you were going to create when you first started this business, it's because you really have to redefine leadership to you. And you really have to look at where are your challenges within your work as a feminine leader. And you really have to look at your challenges as a masculine leader. And where can you strengthen both of these things to elevate your business so that you are doing the work that you're really meant to do in a way that's really powerful and magnetic. And so with that being said, I really want to share with you something that came through for me, and it was really, really powerful, and it's unlike anything I've ever created. Like I said in the beginning, I've mostly worked with people who are still in their 9 to 5 jobs, and they're in that dreamy idea stage and they want to bring a business to life. But I've never really worked with women who already started a business. And it was really interesting because what started to come through was, as I was working with new entrepreneurs who hadn't started businesses yet, I started getting entrepreneurs who had started businesses, but they wanted to pivot into something different because the business that they created, it didn't feel like it was their sole work. And so through having that experience, I realized that I wanted to work more with people who already had businesses. And so this is the first time I've created an offer for those of you who are already entrepreneurs. Like I said, you can be in the side hustle phase, but you already have your idea and you're already working on it, but it just doesn't seem like it's taking off. So what really came through for me was this new offer, and I want to invite you to join and to check it out. And it's called Channel Your Empress Energy. And it's 4 wealthy workshops that I'm going to be teaching over the course of 4 weeks. And each week we're going to be talking about these concepts. We're going to be talking about really strengthening the divine feminine. Where are you kind of fumbling in your flow and in your dreamy ideas and really kind of all over the place, but not really channeling them really clearly and really getting them out there? Then we're going to look at your divine masculine. Where are you not taking action? You have this idea, you're in this creative flow. Maybe you have an offer that you're kind of putting out there, but then what's going on with the action, the practical? Because we need both. I know it's fun to be in the dreamy phase. I love to dream, but we have to be in the practical as well. And that's where the divine masculine comes in, but we're doing it in a way that makes sense to us. We're not forcing anything. We're going to create a strategy that makes sense for you and how you like to do things. And then we're going to really look at your voice and your story, because that's really the sales part of it. That's how people are able to really be drawn in and pulled into work by you telling your story. Why did you start your business? Why do you feel called to create the offers that you're creating? What is really the heart and the soul behind the work that you're doing? And that comes through your story. And then we're going to look at the offers that you've already created and really look at what are the ones that have been selling, which ones haven't been selling. How can you do you need to raise your prices? is there anything going on, in addition with selling, like what is going on with your wealth and your money mindset? What are you charging right now? What should you be charging? Are you charging too low? What has been the response to the offers that you're putting out? And we really need to like activate them and create them in a more potent way so that people are really drawn in. So I would love for you to join this program. I'm going to have everything linked below so you can learn more about it. And I just want to share with you, why this came through for me, because I haven't shared this on my YouTube channel yet, but the word Empress just really was downloaded to me. And I've never used this word before in my work. And I really felt called to look up the spiritual meaning of Empress, but also what is the practical meaning. And so the spiritual meaning of Empress is she is a mother, she's a creator, she's a nurturer, and she's often depicted as pregnant. And I am pregnant right now. It's my little pregnancy announcement in this video. And I just thought that that was really beautiful, that that word came through, and she really represents a woman who is with child, which I am right now. And she also is someone who she creates new things. She creates new businesses, new pieces of art. She's very innovative and she's open to change. So, like I said, if your business right now is not doing what it needs to do, there's something that needs to change. There's something that you need to embody. And then when I looked at the more practical meaning, I really was looking at, what is the difference between a queen and an empress? And a queen is someone who runs one kingdom. She's the leader of her one kingdom, and that's beautiful and that's powerful. But the empress, she is the leader of a multitude of nations, which I think speaks to a lot of us who are female leaders. I know I can resonate with this, where we are multi-passionate, we are multi-dimensional, we have tons of ideas. We want to start coaching and creating courses and writing books and podcasts. Like, we maybe want to create physical products. Like, we don't just want to do one thing. And that is the Empress. So it is time for you to embody the Empress energy. I would love for you to join me in this workshop. Like I said, it's going to be 4 powerful workshops. I might add a little bonus in there. There's definitely a VIP offer. So I would invite you to go and check out my website to learn more about it and to enroll. This is the only time I'm going to be teaching it in this way because, like I said, I am pregnant right now, and it is really being called to me and downloaded to me and created to me, with me, through me, in the way that I am right now as I'm pregnant. And I feel like it's just going to be so powerful. It feels very magnetic. It feels next level manifestation. It feels like wealth activation. It feels like really helping you step into your true calling and really taking what it is that you're doing right now, even again, like I said, if it's a side hustle, and just really elevating it and really stepping into this Empress energy. Like, I'm really feeling this Empress energy right now. And I would love for you to join me in this program if you are a female entrepreneur. If you have any questions, comments, things you want me to elaborate on, feel free to comment down below. And if you're new to my channel, I would welcome you to subscribe and follow along. And I will chat with you soon.